I'm a scat man. I'm a scat man.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Smoking Table. I'm Jay,
And I'm Dre.
and today we also have Derek the Jedi with us and Bob. So we're gonna get the Smoking Table started this morning. We got a lot of good things packed in with us today. We got weed news about the wave of marijuana decriminalization that's going on in Florida and what it's hyped to be and what it really is. We also have the dislike button coming to Facebook, being sold on reasons that are modest at best, but we all know what it's really going to turn into. As far as sports, we have
The first Sunday of football.
yes, the first Sunday of football, and Pac-Man Jones is already going crazy, a la circa 2000s status, beating people in the heads and acting like a freaking idiot.
Like at the strip club.
We'll talk about how Dre robbed me of my first fantasy football win.
Yeah, I did. I won
Because
that.
J.J. Watt is a beast, and apparently in our fantasy league, he's a god.
He's a god. He can win the entire game for your team by himself.
We also have the trailer for Creed, which is the new Rocky movie, which I guess they knew if they were going to sell us another Rocky movie, it had to be amazing, so it is. But before we get too much of that away, let's go ahead and get started with the weed news for this week. And like I said, I mean, there's a wave of decriminalization going on in Florida. It started down in Miami and worked its way through the Keys and parts of Broward, including Hollandale Beach. Well, the city of West Palm Beach became the latest city in Florida to join the party with their passing of their decriminalization bill on Tuesday night. Now, there's also places in Central Florida, including Alachua County, Pinellas County, Hillsborough County, and Pasco County, although Pasco County is serving a moratorium, which means that they are making decisions right now to block it before it even happens. We seem to be at a point now where everybody's getting the gist of it and the ball is in motion. You see more and more places in Florida considering decriminalization every day. But for those who are marijuana proponents, I think it's a good idea that you actually know what this decriminalization bill is that's being passed around and what it actually means. Because in Florida, we're one of the only places that goes through the process of decriminalization as a ticketing option. It's not mandatory in Florida. It's basically up to the officer's discretion, and it's not everything that you think it's going to be as far as keeping people out of jail or not filling up our prisons with small, non-violent drug offenders.
So you're saying that, like, if a cop's a dick, he can give you a ticket, but if he's in a good mood or just doesn't want to do paperwork, he can let you go while you have weed in your car?
Yeah, and I mean, it's not even that. I mean, it's not even, even before you get into the whole, good cop, bad cop thing, it's a thing of even moral standard. If a cop doesn't believe that marijuana should be legal, then he doesn't have to exercise that ticket option. He can arrest everybody simply on the grounds that that's, what he believes. Because I mean, it's strictly in the officer's hands at that moment. Now, I mean, they do have an option of a $100 ticket. They also have an option where they do a seizure and give you a notice to appear in court. But the biggest issue is that one is totally at the officer's discretion, and two, it doesn't apply to juveniles, people who are on felony probation, and in the instance of a DUI. The last two I understand. The first one is a little bit difficult for me to swallow personally because one of the biggest goals in the push for the legalization of marijuana is to not only keep people out of jail, but also not give people a civil life sentence of being a ex-drug convict. which we all know by the data affects the way the jobs that you get, affects your opportunities in life, even within your housing.
It ruins your life pretty much for something you did when you were younger on accident or just because.
Yeah, so I mean, you're defeating one of the major purposes if, as you're saying that this doesn't apply to juveniles. That the 15-year-old that's in his sophomore year of high school and made an untimely mistake now has to still have to suffer for this for the rest of his life.
That's crazy. That's the thing I feel like, that's one of the main ones you would want to appeal. Like, I understand the felony probation, DUIs, like you said, but juveniles, that could change them, maybe help them better. Because most of them, like you said, it was an accident. It was like a one-night thing or they got in the wrong situation.
Yeah, I mean, just to give you some contrast on this, Ohio is one of the states that are most likely to legalize marijuana aside from Florida in this next election cycle. They actually have a vote coming up in November where they can legalize it. In Ohio, Toledo has already pushed forward and decriminalized marijuana in their city, and they pretty much did it at the same time that West Palm Beach did it. But here's their ruling and how their ordinance is completely different from ours. In their ordinance, you can actually have up to 200 grams of marijuana in your possession, and the fine is $100 if you're caught with it. But I mean, this was based though also on their more lenient laws than ours. I mean, they are a purple state just like Florida is as far as the split between Democrats and Republicans and the way that it can go based on issues. But their laws were by far way more lenient than Florida's when I started looking through the actual laws for marijuana. Marijuana in Ohio, 100 grams is a misdemeanor that's already was punishable by a fine before they changed the ordinance in Toledo. 200 grams would get you 30 days of jail time. But I mean, you're still talking about, and compared to Florida, where Florida, our cutoff is 20 grams, which isn't even 3/4 of an ounce.
Yeah, 200 grams is like you're rolling on the street selling weed. Like, no one has 200 grams just chilling with them in their car.
And to even go further into the divide, I went through and saw that Albuquerque was actually looking to pass an ordinance as well. And looking back through the history of New Mexico cities that have actually passed an ordinance like Santa Fe, they are actually a deeply red state. I mean, New Mexico is up there with Texas as far as, being the red states, and their laws even make more sense than Florida.
See, I didn't know that. I honestly never even thought of what, like, New Mexico would be Republican or Democrat, so that was news to me.
Like, in New Mexico and Santa Fe, the possession of 1 ounce, and this is Albuquerque has one that they're trying to pass through, but in Santa Fe, the one that's already passed allows them to have an ounce or less and any drug paraphernalia. Any marijuana-related drug paraphernalia also would be legal. And it's a $25 fee. Like, I mean...
I paid $25 to smoke my bowl in my car.
And that's what I'm saying. Most of the states who have the $100, $125 fees and stuff like that, they do that to counteract seizure. With Florida, not only if you're caught do they seize your marijuana, but you also still get the $100 fine if you get the fine. And that's the best that you can hope for.
So we're really not, like, doing anything special. Like, there's still probably
and this is why the need for, actual voter reform is so important. Because, I mean, if left in the hands of politicians, you're going to get whatever they can push past to try to please the people who are on one side and on the other. And I mean, right now, as far as marijuana in Florida goes, we don't really have the financial weight to get things to swing our way.
Yeah.
So, I mean, although it is a step in the right direction, the grand, holy decriminalization bills that have been sweeping across Florida the last couple of weeks, months, is basically a facade. I mean, it's the least amount that they can do, and it's all they're really going to.
So it's not like, okay, so when I first heard of this, I thought it was like a hope to maybe that legalization of marijuana was coming. Or maybe like we're getting ready for it or just taking baby steps. But
What it is a way to basically pacify the people who are given the hardest push for marijuana in Florida, which are the bigger cities that are dealing with, the issue of nonviolent offenders filling up jails and breaking up homes and, causing more poverty into a already poverty-stricken area.
it's like I hear it a couple times in different ways, and it just makes like some days I'm like, that kind of sounds bad, but then when other ways it's explained, I'm like, that sounds like a good idea. That's pretty cool.
All right, so moving on to technology, Facebook has answered everybody's prayers and added a dislike button. They announced it as a way of being able to be empathetic towards stories that doesn't seem appropriate to have a like on Facebook. Stories about child abuse or killing dogs and baby animals. But we all know what people are going to use it for, but
I'm going to be trolling.
we'll go ahead and let you listen to the presser on it so that they can explain it.
So a Facebook friend just wrote a 1,000-word status about how her boyfriend dumped her. She's failing all her classes, and she just found out that McDonald's all-day breakfast would have a limited menu. She's obviously depressed, distressed, and looking for some sympathy. Your only option to show support, besides a sad face emoji? The like button. Now you look like a jerk. Congrats, you just lost a Facebook friend. Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook's head honcho, announced today during a Q&A at Facebook's headquarters that they are currently working on a dislike button. Zuckerberg said, "I think people have asked about the dislike button for many years. Today is a special day, because today's the day I can say we're working on it and shipping it." Zuckerberg revealed that the reason behind the delay in creating a dislike button was because he was worried it would become Reddit-style downvoting situation.
I forgot about Reddit. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Facebook is gonna become horrible, or it's gonna cause a lot of people to just.
I'm glad even in the presser they were like making fun of it. It's like,
So what?
you lost your
So
job.
McDonald's is gonna have a breakfast menu all day?
Yeah,
What?
it's going to be a limited all-day breakfast menu.
That's amazing.
Yeah, McDonald's gonna go to all-day breakfast. You know the bad part about McDonald's going to an all-day breakfast? The one that's right over here by us doesn't even start breakfast at midnight like the other ones do.
So that one's definitely not gonna become.
Like you gotta still wait until 5 a.m. to eat heartburn.
Man, I love that steak, egg, and cheese bagel. It's so bad for you. It's so greasy and gross. I don't think that's steak, but I eat it.
Steakums.
Yeah. But the dislike button's a bad idea. I see it being a really bad idea. Because that post that they read about the girl who's failing in school and her boyfriend broke up with her, I'm still gonna like it. The like option is still there.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, that's a bad situation, but I can still be a dick.
Exactly. Now people just know you're purposely being a dick.
Yeah, it's exactly. Like, I can say I feel bad for you and I dislike this situation, but I'm still gonna like it. So now you hate me even more.
It's the start of the new apocalypse. Like, everyone's gonna shoot each other.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be like, "You're a dick, dude."
Winky face.
At least now you can avoid the awkward posts about how I'm really sad that your twice removed third uncle died.
Yeah, that's true because I think that Facebook was too polite. So you get people like going on about shit that you really didn't care about in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're just being nice to the rest of your family saying, "Oh, I'm sorry Uncle Steve died," even though Uncle Steve was like your dad's best friend from college. Wasn't really related. You're just being nice on Facebook going, "Sorry, RIP." And then 42 people dislike it, 42 people like it, and there's a whole nother conversation about it.
Oh my god. Now so much more
Oh my
Facebook
God.
talking.
There's more Facebook math, too.
This comment leads to this comment box, which then turns into these two comment boxes, which now you have spawned out 6 comment boxes traveling down through each person's thing.
Yeah, it looks like a corporate flowchart
Yeah.
to get to your conversation.
I got Facebook's next new hot idea. A dislike all button.
We
Fuck
just
every comment there. Just dislike all.
I'm gonna dislike everything this whole thing is about. I don't want to like any of this stuff.
I say if you get so many dislikes on a comment, Facebook automatically removes it.
That'd be awesome. That works.
That way, people would actually post legit stuff that they're concerned about.
Yeah, somebody put this on Zuckerberg's voicemail because he's not gonna listen to us.
Oh man, can you imagine celebrities things with like 35,000 dislikes? Miley Cyrus post a photo.
Yeah, whenever celebrities are trying to sell some bullshit, you can just start disliking it and get it
Exactly.
off.
Fuck that shit. I usually just write dislike in the comments. That's how I express if I dislike something. I just dislike. Alright, cool. Facebook, you have a dislike button. You're probably going to cause the apocalypse or a bunch of bad suicides or fights. It's going to be amazing.
I think it's gonna cause thick skin, and that's what we really need in this world right now. So I like it just on that. Like, people are so overly sensitive these days. Like, I mean that you need to be told somebody doesn't like your shit every now and then.
Alright, so moving on to sports, we got the first Sunday of football, which was amazing, and kind of like Pac-Man Jones went crazy, or is doing crazy shit again.
He was too amped. He was too hyped up for the game.
Way too amped. During the game, they were on the ground, and he ripped the helmet off of rookie receiver Amari Cooper's head, and then begins to slam Amari's head onto the helmet.
Yeah, that was like battery on the football field. It was seriously like, I felt bad for dude. Like,
Right.
how do you do that to another grown man and not expect it to turn in, like, all football should have been off at that point.
Yeah, it should have been there. It should have gone hockey rules and just started fighting right then and there. Everybody should have fist fought. That's not where you were going with it, was it?
No, it was where I was
Okay,
going.
yeah,
with it.
that's what I
Like,
was thinking.
Rookie or not, like, all bets should be off in a situation like that. Like, you got to, we'll post the video. You'll get to see the video on our Facebook and our blog and everywhere else that we put stuff.
But yeah, so Pac-Man Jones says he's not going to change the way he plays, even though that's not playing. And so the league said he won't be suspended, but they fined him $35,000.
And he's appealing that.
Oh my God, why? You know, it's Tom Brady. It's because of Tom Brady. Because Tom Brady appealed. Now every little thing that happens in the NFL is going to be appealed. Because
It
they're
all
like,
goes
what?
back
We
to
have
Tom Brady.
lawyers?
Yeah, we never had any presidents as far as suspensions for bashing somebody's head into his helmet.
I mean, it's just crazy. Oh my God, it's okay. So that's crazy. He's appealing it, and I think that's a horrible idea. I think the NFL should do something right away. Of that, they had a chance to actually do something on something, and they could have suspended him for at least a game or two. I mean, it's blatant that he does it. It's not like an accident or anything. He's literally ripped.
I think he should lose his appeal and then be charged double.
There you go, $70,000.
Like, we're gonna take half of it and then we're gonna take the other half and give it to charity.
There you go. That'd be cool.
'Cause that's just stupid. And I mean, like, he's after all these years, he still hasn't learned.
No. He'll never learn. He's still doing stupid shit. But on a highlight, we got to see Marcus Mariota and Jameis Winston play each other.
Yeah, that didn't work out too well for famous Jameis, but I gotta say it wasn't all his fault. He threw 2 interceptions. Those 2 he just gotta eat because he read the defense wrong on both of those.
One was his first throw as an NFL player. Stats.
But he got no help from the defense, no help at all. Like, one of those touchdowns was one of the interceptions.
Yeah, the second one.
Everything else was off the defense. I mean, the defense, I think, had 2 drives where they stopped
Yeah,
the Titans out of the whole game.
pretty much.
You're
Yeah.
not going to win on that regardless. If every other, that's 10 to 12 drives a game. Or in a slow-paced game like that one was, you're still getting 7 or 8. On every one of those drives, you're getting a field goal or a touchdown. That other team has no chance.
It was ridiculous.
It
And
didn't matter what Jameis did.
the defense played so bad that even though I love Mariota and I think that he's amazing, I still can't tell he's good because he had like a Madden game playing. He was playing a Madden game and the defense was set on rookie because he just went out there and threw 4 touchdowns and like 270 yards. So He went beast, but did he had nothing to go beast against.
He went into the perfect situation. He went into a bad Tampa team that plays a cover 2 defense, which the spread is designed to like completely annihilate. Like he was in his element. Like you're playing the offense that you played in college against a bad ideal defense.
Yeah. So
I mean, he was just hitting quick passes in the seam all day long.
he had it lucky. He knew what he was gonna do. Next week is gonna be his real challenge. If he makes it next week, and then we'll see how Winston does next week too. Maybe he just had the first game jitters and he's just nervous as shit.
I'm hoping so because Tampa Bay needs him. I mean, being a Florida State fan, I like to see him do well, but I mean, he's not at Florida State anymore. He's at Tampa now. He was at the Niners. I mean, don't get me wrong, I care, but
I don't know.
yeah, it doesn't. It's not gonna kill the Niners season.
The Niners already did that during the offseason. Actually, you know what? The Niners look
we
pretty
are
good.
beastly right
You-
now.
yeah.
We are like for all the people that we lost,
You guys,
we played team ball very well right now. I liked what I saw from them on Monday night.
Carlos Hyde looking pretty good.
Our defense was looking good.
And that's shocking because everyone thought your defense wasn't going to be that great, even including me. I made a video about it for you.
That video was amazing.
The
The draft, the first
draft.
games of our fantasy football team.
Yes. Where I won week 1 against Jay.
Yeah, go ahead and explain how.
All right, so before I say anything, I'm going to say I'm the commissioner, so everyone can understand that point in sense. But I pretty much, my defense point scoring apparently isn't what everyone thinks it should be. But
Alright.
I think it's good.
Anybody can go look up J.J. Watt's stats right now. He had, 9 tackles, 7 tackles for losses.
He did amazing.
I think
went
he had,
beast.
one forced fumble.
No, he didn't even go beast. This was an average
Yeah.
game for him.
Somehow, some way, with those stats in mind, J.J. Watt had 60 points. Now, for anybody who doesn't play fantasy football, your average fantasy football score is somewhere between $100 and $200.
NFL's doing ads now on everything.
That's why I mute my PC.
All right.
All right, before I miss that thought. Okay. All right, so for everybody who doesn't do fantasy football, basically they give you on a typical weekend, your team will score probably somewhere between 100 and 150 to 170 points. So factor in that this one player made 60 points by himself on a regular Sunday.
A regular Sunday. This is even one of his good Sundays.
So Dre won because he cheated.
I didn't
and-
cheat. I didn't cheat.
He
I
just
got.
watched the HBO special and watched Watts.
I
how
love
much of a
Watt.
beast
He was
is.
my first pick.
He was our first pick overall. in the
Number
draft.
1. I was like J.J. Watt because
What's the other guy's name on the defense on the Texans?
Davian Clowney or Vince
No,
Wilfork.
Clowney. It's Stark. The other white guy on there that's fucking crazy.
Oh, Brian Cushing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian
Yeah.
Cushing is beast. He was in the same draft class as Clay Matthews.
Yep.
Clay Matthews, was it Luke Kuechly in that one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Yeah, they were the
Those three,
fucking
yep.
the trifecta, bro. They were beast. And they still are. Well, Luke Kuechly isn't beast at this moment.
He's injured at this moment.
Yeah, he is.
So I'm glad I didn't get him in the draft.
But yeah, so I won 244 to 170 because J.J. Watt went ham like Canadian bacon.
And because Adrian Peterson didn't show up at all.
Not at all. But that's not bad because Doug Martin did nothing really. You got more of me there.
So thanks, AP. I trusted you, man.
We're gonna have to change the scoring system.
You're the only person I had playing on Monday night.
Oh, and Derek the Jedi traded his team. He gave it to somebody else.
Yeah, I did. Bread. He's going away.
Bread's gone. Hang on, I gotta show you this because I made a sad story using one of your old Facebook photos because I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, because you had a lot of hair and you look like Tom Brady in like 2002. Sad news. In a turn of shocking events, Bread owner Derek Vitruva has sold his team. Still awaiting official news on who the new owner will be. Because I got into this. This is just like playing Madden. Okay. It's amazing. Like, you can make your own stories for the league.
Yeah, badassery needs no introduction.
You're not built for this. These boys coming here, they gotta fight for life. People die in the ring. Your daddy died in the ring. I don't know him. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I've been fighting my whole life. It's not a choice for me. Every punch I ever thrown has been on my own. Nobody showed me how to do this. I'm ready. Eyes on the nose pressure, slip zip ties on the protesters. 6 wives in the fry of a mold, whether automatic caviar bar out in Odessa. Dirty needles breaking all the old records. 100 hoes want to shovel this old treasure. OCU Steve as a gold tester, finger rolls, finger waves, passing from the old numbers. This picture's from the 10th round of the first fight, right? I heard about a third fight between you and Apollo behind closed doors. That true? How do you know all this? I'm his son. A great fighter once said, it ain't about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
This guy here is the toughest opponent you're ever going to have to face. I believe that's true in the ring, and I think that's true in life. Now show me something.
That was an awesome fucking trailer.
Hell yeah.
That wasn't the one I saw before, but that one was dope.
That one was way better.
That was way better, because the other trailers made me feel like it was just another fucking Sylvester Stallone movie where, you know, he's trying to train a young person, but then the movie's really about him, and you feeling bad for him because he's poor, you know? But that trailer made me feel like that movie was about Apollo Creed's son actually, like, becoming a man in boxing. That was a dope-ass trailer. Oh, man, that was way better than the other one.
I'm excited about the movie either way, especially with Michael B. Jordan in it, just because he's one of the guys that always seems to come to mind in our casting calls.
Yeah, he does, because he's like, and it's not a racist way, but it's like because he's the young black actor right now. Like, he's what Denzel Washington and Samuel Jackson, what they were in the 90s. He's gonna be what they are, and so is that John Boyega guy.
Who is?
Oh, yeah, John Boy.
I don't know who Jordan is.
Oh, Jordan B. Michael, let's see. You ever seen Chronicle? Alright, well, the Chronicle is a star. It was one of those camera movies or whatever.
I love that movie.
But I do too. But these 3 kids get powers, and the cool part was that they get telekinesis. So one kid actually learns how to control the camera. So it goes from being a whole camera movie to just a camera floating around and watching. So it's a really cool movie. They took it to a new level, and he was good in it. And then he got a real serious role in Fruitvale Station based on what happened in Fruitvale Station back in 2006 or 8, I can't remember. But he actually played it really, really good. So then they started getting in more movies, but he already made the mistake, so he's already getting all the stuff he's supposed to get out of the way to get started. By the way, he did Fantastic Four. So he made his mistake early, so now he can look past that and keep going and make good movies now. Because Fantastic Four sucked.
Or crazy stuff that we make up in our casting calls.
Yeah, we thought he would be a good
Franklin for the GTA. movie.
Franklin for GTA. But yeah, you don't want to be that black actor who took that role of the white person. Like, I wouldn't want to be.
Not even for Black Bond.
No, I don't want to be. If there's a white, if you've made more than 3 movies and books based on a character and that character is white, I don't want to be that black guy to change that character. I don't want to be Jaden Smith. I don't want to be Michael B. Jordan. I don't want to be the girl from Annie. I don't want to be that black guy. Black guy, black girl, whatever. That black person who decided that you were going to change history to try and be in modern day, non-racist stuff.
Like if I wanted to play Cleo from high school.
I'd laugh.
I throw you in there.
And that's what messes
All
me.
the characters can change, but y'all gotta do it with Bill. Y'all gotta do it with Bill. All the other characters can change.
Oh shit! And that I'm fucked up there because I think white people replacing black people in movies is hilarious. Because we did different strokes with black people replacing the white people. That was kind of funny. Okay, so bum 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 bum. Interviews with Dre.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, so tonight on our What If section, I'm going to have an interview with somebody. So tonight my special guest is Ben.
Hi everyone, I'm Ben, and I made a lightsaber, a real life one.
So, wait a minute, what you're saying is that you made a real life lightsaber.
Yes, sir.
Like,
It works and shit. It's blue right now because that's the only crystal I can find. I had to go to a distant planet, dude.
you had to go to a distant planet
Yeah, I went to fucking Mars.
and you found a blue crystal on a red planet.
Yeah, dude.
And you
Isn't
turned
that
it
so-
into a lightsaber?
Yeah. It took me like $3 million to do this shit, but yeah. I mean, it's crazy because I went to Mars and I came back. It took me like 2 years to get to Mars and then get back. So
4
I've
years.
been on this thing since I was like 10 years old. So.
At 10
I didn't
years.
go to school, and I was smart from the get go.
Okay, so what's confusing me most about your story is that at 10 years old you had $2 billion?
Yes, sir.
$2 billion as a 10-year-old to spend, and you decide to do what any 10-year-old would want to do and actually go to space.
Yeah, find a blue crystal for a lightsaber. I'm gonna build in fucking 10 years.
Nice. That's good goal planning. All right, so you went to Mars. You came back with your blue crystal. How did you start developing a lightsaber?
Well, I just had a thought one day, right? I just started getting parts and shit from like IKEA.
IKEA.
Yeah.
IKEA has lightsaber
Yeah,
parts.
you don't. No, wait. Bed Bath and Beyond.
That-
You don't know what's in that Beyond section, dude.
that makes sense.
There's a bunch of shit in there.
Or there's a remote that controls time in there.
There is
Nice.
like click.
Click. Okay, we're having an interview right now, but are you saying you like an Adam Sandler movie?
Yeah.
Why? Ben, I don't know if I can have you on my show anymore, Ben. Your lightsaber's really cool, but click.
It made me cry, man.
It made you cry.
Yeah. When he was like pausing for his dad.
Alright, so our interview with Ben is now over. So, this lightsaber of yours, does it actually cut stuff?
Yeah, I cut down 4 trees the other day because I was really bored, and my mom, because I still live with my mom, right? She was like, Ben, what are you doing, man? I was like, Mom, look what the fuck I made in your garage. And she's like, Ben, just get in the house after you cut down those trees.
Were they all your trees?
2 of them were my neighbors.
Did you at least harvest the wood?
Yeah.
Thank God. It gets cold down here in Florida. You definitely need to harvest wood for the winter times.
The winter time is sucky here.
Are you going to use your lightsaber to cut open some kind of giant creature during the winter time?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find like a mammoth or some shit, dude.
Dude, if you can find a mammoth, if you can fly to Mars at 10, I'm sure you can find a mammoth. Okay, so, is there just one lightsaber?
Yeah, right now, because that's a lot of money. That's a long time to be away from home. Finding a crystal. I didn't pick up many crystals. I only picked up the one.
So you're telling me that you traveled all the way to Mars, a planet that no other man has ever been able to get to, at 10 years old with $2 billion, to pick up a blue crystal, and you picked up one. Were there more around the one you picked up?
They were red, but I thought they were like, evil and shit, There were yellow ones, but I didn't like yellow. And there were orange ones. And I didn't like the green ones and shit,
Was there a purple one?
Yeah, there was one.
Just one.
Just one.
So you see a crevice or a crater full of crystals, and you pick one, a blue one, when there's millions of other ones around. Okay, we're gonna get off the crystal subject
Okay,
because
dude. Yeah.
that
It's intense.
it's intense. So, would you sell this technology
Yeah, for the right price.
like $2 billion so you can go back to Mars
$4 billion because I
Inflate.
want to make 2.
until?
Yeah.
I thought you were including inflation
Maybe.
because when you were 10, $2 billion would be like
Oh yeah.
$5 billion now.
Okay, well, yeah, but I still the fucking shit to hold the crystal was a lot of money.
So for about $10 billion, you're saying you would sell this to somebody. So if the King of Saudi Arabia asked if I can buy this for you for 40 bazillion rubies, because I don't know what kind of currency they use, but you would accept that, correct?
Yeah, because I
then
got to make more.
Because then you can go back to Mars. Would you pick up more than one crystal?
Now that I know that you said that, yes.
You were going to go get one?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna pick up like a lot of crystal. I'm gonna pick up like all the red ones. So
Will you sell me a crystal?
yeah, what do you want to be blue?
I want it to be purple. I want the one purple one.
One,
The one purple.
dude.
I have this like really annoying thing next to my house, and it's always like, and I want to kill it.
Dude, kill it.
I'm gonna kill it with the
kill it
lightsaber.
with the lightsaber that I make you.
You're gonna make me a lightsaber.
Every lightsaber that I'm gonna do is gonna be custom made, like the
The handles.
yeah,
Oh my god, that's awesome.
like how every lightsaber was, customized.
Is there gonna be a retractable cord to make your lightsaber come to you?
I don't know, dude. We don't have the Force.
I wish we had the Force.
I do have the Force.
You do have the Force.
Because yeah, that thing.
Oh, so how authentic is your lightsaber? Like, does it make a noise? Does it?
Yeah, the noise that it makes is actually the one thing that you would expect it to sound like in the movie and shit. It makes the exact sound. No, but when they wave it around, it does that. It makes that sound. And when it opens, like, that's what it sounds like, dude. No bullshit.
Can mine be free?
Yours can, yeah, for you, because you're a good guy.
I'm a good guy, so I get a free one. I'm gonna murder people with it.
Hey, I don't care.
Am I still a good guy?
Yeah. I support you.
I support you in your decisions.
I love you. So much.
Whatever you feel right about doing. I don't agree with it, but I'm gonna support you, my friend. All right. Well, that's been our interview with Ben. Ben, it's been really cool.
It's been great, man. I hope you.
I can't waver my lightsaber.
Yeah.
I'm very confused on why you haven't. I'm meeting you.
I was. Thanks, man. For shaking my hand.
I'm shaking your hand, and we're on a recording.
Yeah, dude.
Listen to the handshake.
That's our bones, dude.
That sounded like wet. Okay. So yeah, thank you for the interview, and all right. Well, that's episode 8
Yeah.
of the Smoking Table. I hope you liked it. Check out our Facebook, our Tumblr.
Yeah, because the new Facebook's up. Also, if you haven't put in your petitions for Regulate Florida or United for Care, make sure that you get those in. Every little bit helps. And that's the reason why we do what we do. So get out there and make your voices heard. From Jay, Dre, Derek the Jedi, and Bob, thank you for listening. Have a good night.
Get high.